Ooh, what's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMG WTF LOL FWBRB. Welcome back to more Total Extreme Wrestling 2016. We are playing as the WWF in the year 2001. More importantly, and most of all, we're booking the invasion angle. Once again, we're here on the backstage area because I wanted to go over a few things here. One, we did have a locker room incident. And it's being right here. Billy Gunn was being critical of Sean O'Haire's in-ring work. I didn't take any action. In my eyes, if you can't take any critical reception to anything you do, then you're in the wrong business, obviously. Because, and this doesn't just go for wrestling, this goes for anything. You need to take critical response. That's how you get, that's how you improve. That's how you better yourself. And obviously, Sean O'Haire does not want to better himself, which I'm starting to see a trend here. A lot of people are telling me I should just cut him loose. It's obvious why WWE sent him to developmental when they did. Sean O'Haire, you keep this up, I might send your ass to developmental. Or worse, I might just fire you. Because I'm a bad man. I'm Mr. McMahon like that. Also, I'm sure everyone's noticed this. Our backstage rating is now at a 53. I forget what it was on Judgment Day. But it has gone down indeed. And I would like to think, although I'm not entirely sure here, but I would like to think that it is because of Stephanie. Now, if you remember the ending to Judgment Day, Stephanie McMahon caused rifts between China and quite a lot of people. Not Vince McMahon, that was us. But everybody, China's practically hated in our locker room now. And it's kind of unfortunate, and I hate to talk bad about China because she did just recently pass away, and she was trying to better herself. And it's just a sad kind of thought, But at the same time, if you notice, she is an extremely negative influence. Nobody likes her. I'm thinking we're going to end up firing China here pretty soon. I'm not going to say when, because of course she is our women's championship, and if you've known me, watched some of my previous Let's Plays in the past of Total Extreme Wrestling, I like to kind of keep it real. Hell, you even might remember from my Universal mode. I always fired people who really got fired. Either way, I always try to keep a little bit of realism into my Let's Plays. It's like an added challenge also. And I'm not just going to fire China, because like I said, she's our women's champion. Unfortunately, we had Jackie lose at Judgment Day, which then, of course, Stephanie decided to do all that with China. So we're most likely going to have China drop the title here pretty soon, and we're most likely going to get rid of her. Like I said, it's a little sad because she did just pass away, but in the game right now, she is living, and she's not the best influence. She's kind of affecting a lot of things. Not only that, but I've also been going back and forth through messages on Facebook with one of you subscribers. I believe they go by the Nick Man? I'm pretty sure. I don't remember 100%, but that's a kind of name you kind of remember. But he messaged me on my Facebook. By the way, if you guys ever need to get in touch with me, message me on my Facebook page. It's just the YouTube name, OMGWTFLWB. Tweet me on Twitter. I've been active on Twitter as well. I've been trying to be active on most of them. The YouTube page is where a lot of the uploads go right away. Once it's uploaded on YouTube, it's shared right away on I think it's shared on Twitter actually too. I don't do that. I think that's manual. I'm getting a little technical here with you guys. Some of the not only we're in the backstage, we're in the backstage of OMG's life here. Either way, you can always Facebook me, send me a tweet. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter as well, because I've been trying to be a little bit more active on there as well. With, of course, during like the WWE shows. No more self-plugs here. Been going back and forth with this subscriber, and they've actually helped me out quite a lot on the backstage over here. They pointed something out to me that I had no idea was in this game, and it's kind of stupid because it's right here in front of me. It's a new feature here in Total Extreme Wrestling. Unfortunately, we can't do anything because I've already booked the show, but there were, I think, a couple of them that stood out to me that I was thinking of doing, and I also kind of wanted to get your guys' opinion and see what you think, because I don't want to make a drastic thing and have, something happened. There was one where it was like you can kind of just like try to, damn, there's a lot of bugs in my room. What the hell? That's like the third one I've killed on me. Off topic. But you can kind of like try to mend the relationship between people. And I kind of thought about doing that with China and Steph, but Steph's already ruined it to the point where even if China and Steph were, cool, everybody else hates China, and I don't want to do it for everybody. There's also one where you can outright fire a person. And again, that was one I thought about doing with China. But again, she's being my women's champion, yada, yada, yada. And then the last one being that kind of stood out to me was, what did it say? It was like my way or the highway, which pretty much you tell the entire locker room it's my way or the highway. If you don't like it, you can walk out now. And I thought about doing that one as well, but I also thought about just how many people might walk out, especially with The Rock being an unhappy locker room leader, which, by the way, I tried to fix. I gave this guy bonus after bonus after bonus after bonus after bonus after bonus, and he just wasn't having it. He's pissed. Freaking, what am I, Sammy Classic Sonic fan? Freaking Buff Bagwell over here. Ruining everything, dude, all because of that match. Thanks a lot, Buff. You're on the stuffs. What's the problem? We've already fired Buff Bagwell, if you remember. But, yeah, I was a little worried that The Rock might be like, all right, well, fine. If that's the case, then I'm out of here. I'm going to mute the mic real quick because I don't want you guys to hear the squeaky window. All right, we got rid of that. I think that's where all the bugs are coming from. I don't know. Either way. Now that rant's over and I got everything a little explained, if you guys have any idea what you want me to do with the locker room, you guys want me to do any of those, I will show it on camera. But, like I said, if you guys have anything you want to see, let me know, and we'll do it. I'll probably do it. I'm kind of curious. I don't think we have really anybody else that we are angry with. Everyone is really just China. But either way, let's move on, shall we? Let's go ahead and run this show. We've done enough stalling. God, I have no idea. How long have we been recording? 7 minutes. 7 minutes of me rambling. My apologies. By the way, I have a new little layout here, by the way. Not necessarily. It's just a different way of recording. But I'm trying to see how it looks with just, if I'm just recording Total Extreme Wrestling. Hopefully there's not like those huge black bars on the side where my previous screen used to be. If it looks bad, I'll probably just go back to the old way. But either way, let's just book this show. Enough stalling. We're going to have 2 pre-show matches. The first one we borrowed from Developmental because I just kind of wanted to get Raven on the show. It's a C-. C- and a terrible pre-show match. Raven defeating Scott Vick with the DDT. And Raven did come out of the match looking good. He had an in-ring performance of a C+. While Scott Vick, on the other hand, with that E. E is for everyone. EA Sports. It's in the game. Okay, enough of those E. And then moving forward to the main event of the pre-show, we have a Judgment Day rematch. We have a decent pre-show match here with Bradshaw and the Hardy Boys defeating Brian Clark and the Natural Born Thrillers when Jeff Hardy defeated... What? No. Submission? I've never seen Jeff Hardy do a submission hold in my life. No. Never. What? Texas Cloverleaf? No. What is it? No, because we're in Kentucky. We're not even in Texas. No. We don't have that. Because I even had a specific finish for this, so I'm going to tell you guys that right now. Me and my buddy Curse came up with this. B-, by the way. These guys work pretty well together. So, how I had it finished, basically, was Brian Clark's in the ring. Matt Hardy hits a twist of fate, the stunner twist of fate. Not the one where they both drop down, but where he just kind of stuns them with the twist of fate, which leaves them, dazed. Bradshaw, clothesline from hell. Jeff Hardy, swanton bomb. 1, 2, 3. They get their win back. Why? I don't really know why, because I didn't put him on the show. Jeff Hardy once again with the superior in-ring ability with the B-. Matt and Bradshaw not too far behind. Palumbo with a C, and Clark and Sean O'Hare with a C-. Nothing too special there. Dirt sheet if anyone wants to see it. But I don't really care for it right now. So we move on to the... Oh, holy crap. Wow, yes. Did not think this would get an A. Move on to the opening angle of the night. And we start off with an A rating. Hell yes. Who said that DDP wasn't a good idea? Either way. Monday Night Raw starts and we have The Rock in the middle of the ring. Now The Rock, the story I kind of want to tell here is that The Rock's already, been in the ring for a little while, pretty much asking when's the show going to start, like he's ready for the show to start. And then he goes, we're on the air now? Good. And he says, Diamond Dallas Page, get your monkey ass out here. The Rock has some words for you, and don't make The Rock wait. Or else The Rock will, find your ass, and you can bet that you don't want that to happen. And then DDP makes his Monday Night Raw debut when his music hits, and he makes his way out to the entryway, and he goes, Rocky, Rocky, Rocky. It's so good to finally meet you. Although you do look a bit angry. Is there any particular reason why? And The Rock says, cut the crap. You know why The Rock is angry. If it wasn't for your candy ass last night, The Rock would be the WCW World Champion right now. And then DDP goes, oh, that's right. That's why you're angry. That makes sense. Although, Rock, you can't blame me. I wasn't just about to let you win the war. This war doesn't end until you and I face off. Because you see, Rock, for the majority of your career, you've been known as the people's champion here in the WWF. But what you may not know is back on WCW, I was the people's champion. You see, Booker T may be the WCW World Champion, but I'm the champion of the people. And I wasn't about to watch WCW fall for a second time. You see, Rock, like the diamond cutter, he never saw it coming. These people never saw it coming. And I'll be honest, I don't give a damn about these people. This is WWF territory. And I've never been a WWF guy. So, Rock, I can tell that you want to get your hands on me. And trust me, there is nothing I've wanted more than to step in the ring with you. You may not know this, but it's always kind of been a dream of mine to see the WWF's People's Champion battle WCW's People's Champion. Rock then replies, well, you don't have to wait long, do you, DDP? The Rock may be wearing $500 shoes, but The Rock will shine 'em up real nice. Give 'em a nice spit shine. And The Rock will walk up that ramp, help your old ass cross the road, get in this ring, and then The Rock can lay up the smackdown on your diamond cutting ass. DDP just gives him a little laugh and he says, that's not going to happen. You see, when I said I wanted to face you, I didn't mean tonight. Like I said before, this is WWF territory. If we're going to do this, we're going to do it on a bigger stage, a grander stage. We're going to give it time so my people will be there to watch me beat your people. Or I messed that up. My people will be there to watch me beat you while your people watch. So how about you versus me? The WWF's People's Champion versus the WCW's People's Champion. How about The Rock versus Diamond Dallas Page at SummerSlam? Rock then replies, you want The Rock at SummerSlam? You want to go one-on-one with the Great One. Diamond Dallas Page, you should be careful for what you wish for, because at SummerSlam, The Rock retires your ass. The Rock will see you then. And then I just imagine JR and Paul Heyman putting it over. Oh my God! Blah, 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 blah. Simple as that. It books our first official match at SummerSlam. Diamond Dallas Page versus The Rock. And we're going to call this... Oops. Who spells it that way? People's Champ versus People's Champ. Save. And there we go. And there's a little bit of story behind this. I've kind of been ranting a little bit this whole video, but there's actually a story as why I kind of really wanted to do this especially. So for one, I've always kind of been a Diamond Dallas, I've been a big Diamond Dallas Page fan. If you remember watching my WCW Total Extreme Wrestling playthrough, I even stated it in there. DDP's always been one of my favorites. And he was known as the People's Champ. So I remember listening to, I think it was an interview, or maybe I read an article, I don't remember exactly what it was, but in it, Diamond Dallas Page pretty much said that he, threw out an idea, like, how about me versus The Rock, since I was the People's Champ in WCW, and he's the People's Champ here, and we can do a whole storyline there, and then he said instead he got the Undertaker Stalker angle, so I thought let's see how that storyline would have gone, and if any indication here, it started off really good. We got an A rating for that. Hell yes. Whew. Very happy. So moving on to the sext. What the hell am I thinking about? Moving on to the next segment. We get a C rating here. Not too shabby. And he had I thought about putting a thing here where Rhino lays out a challenge, but I was like, you know what? Let's just make it happen. Rhino versus Spike Dudley, and we'll have the announcers put over that Rhino went to Commissioner Regal and said, give me a challenge or something. Not a challenge, but, give me an opponent tonight. So we have a C rating here, and a bout that had subpar wrestling and a little bit of heat. Rhino defeating Spike Dudley with a pile driver. And we had a little bit of interference from Val Venus, the Good Father, and Stevie Richards. Of course, the hardcore title was on the line, as it always is whenever Rhino is in action, because the 24/7 rule is active. Don't know if it was active in real life, but I'm making it active. So the right to censor, still keeping that storyline going on, attacking Spike and kind of costing him the match here. And then Rhino just pile driving it for an exclamation point? I don't know. Rhino a whole grade over Spike. Something I want to see here. I did make this the Wild Brawl match because it seems every time I do a Mayhem match we get penalized for overbooking, even though it's told I'm supposed to. Rhino was suited for it. Doesn't seem like Spike was suited for it. Of course, that locker room morale is going to be bothering us for a while. We then go on to a C. Did this not work? Huh. I mean, maybe if I press next, it'll say something, but if not, then I'm going to be a little pissed. We then go on to a C where Rhino was celebrating after his victory, when out of nowhere, Canyon rushes in the ring, and he decks Rhino with the ring bell, which he picked up from the crowd, after he rushed into the ring. We didn't see that on camera. Either way. And then he picks him back up, and he hits him with the flatliner. He demands the referee count, and the ref starts counting. 1, 2, 3. 24/7 rule is supposed to be in fact here, so I'm hoping I did this correct. Either way, Canyon was supposed to win the WWF Hardcore Championship here. I made this angle myself, and I know I put in title change. No, it doesn't work. Huh. We're gonna have to fix that ourselves or something. Shit. That sucks. Either way, I guess this should help me out a little bit, even though I am pissed about that. We go to an A star. We're back from a commercial break. We see Triple H. He's in the middle of the ring, and he's just saying, Austin, get your ass out here. You and I both know that last night you didn't beat me. I should be the WWF champion, and I want a rematch. So get your ass out here before I go and find yourself myself. By the way, A star, hell yes. Unfortunately for Triple H, Mick Foley's music hits, and he comes out and he says, actually no, he doesn't say anything. Triple H says, cut that crap. I don't know why the hell you're out here, but I didn't ask for you. I asked for Stone Cold Steve Austin. So why don't you do your damn job and book my rematch at SummerSlam? And then Foley says, well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Stone Cold isn't here tonight. You see, Stone Cold called me a few hours ago before the show began, and he notified me that he feels he's deserving of a break, and he told me he was taking the week off, so Stone Cold won't be here this week. But about your title shot, Triple H, you're not wrong. You weren't pinned, like you said, but neither was The Undertaker. So that's why, right here, tonight, in the Kentucky Rupp Arena, well, it'll be the Game, Triple H, battling one half of the Tag Team Champions, The Undertaker, for the right to face Stone Cold Steve Austin for the WWF Championship at SummerSlam. Good luck tonight. And then, while Mick Foley's leaving, I'd imagine Triple H taking the mic. Hey, you can't do that to me, blah, blah, blah. I'm, just pissed as always. Mick Foley, underwhelming. Look at that. How did Stone Cold come out of this looking excellent? He wasn't on screen. What? I don't even understand. Moving on to the next segment, we go to a B-. Hell yes. And a decent match. Test and Albert, the number one contenders for the Tag Team Championships, defeating Devon Dudley. Oh, defeating Dudley Boys. I thought I just said Devon Dudley. Defeating the Dudley Boys in 10 minutes and 21 seconds when Test defeated Devon with a pump handle slam after a distraction from Stevie Richards. So I'd imagine Richards coming out with like a megaphone or something, probably chanting something like, "Censor the Dudleys," I don't know. Something like that, which distracted the Dudleys, which led to not a pump handle slam. I've imagined that big boot, but whatever. With TNA getting another victory. The Dudleys were the in-ring superior athletes here tonight. Devon is improving in performance. That's something. We then go to a C-. That's a little unfortunate. I kind of was hoping for maybe a C+, but whatever. C- I guess is whatever. After the match is over, we have Stevie Richards and Val Venus and the Good Father. They slide in the ring, and they start, beating down on the Dudleys. And then Richards just gets his smile on his face, and he pushes both Val and Good Father, and he says, "Get the tables." They go and get the tables. They start setting them up. Here comes Edge. What the hell's Edge doing out here? Edge with a steel chair in his hands chases the right two censor off, and saving the Dudley Boys in the process, and also turning face. Yes, Edge is a face now. How awesome is that? Richards is getting better as gimmick as well, but he was also underwhelming. Coming back from commercial break, we then go to a C-, where Kevin Kelly is with Edge, Bubba Ray Dudley, and Devon Dudley, and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I have right now Edge and the Dudley Boys, and Edge, I've got to ask. I mean, with your history with the Dudleys, why on earth would you come to their rescue?" And then Edge says, "Well, you see, Kevin Kelly, that's an easy one. The Dudleys and myself may be rivals, but that doesn't mean we're enemies. You see, despite the countless wars I've been through with these guys, they have my respect. I wasn't just about to sit back there and watch a bunch of FCC wannabes attack two men that have my utmost respect. I mean, that's totally uncool." And then Bubba says, "Edge, you speak nothing but the truth. At the end of the day, my brother Devon and I respect both Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys. You don't go to war with someone and not leave with an ounce of respect for them. Stevie, we saw what you three did to our brother, and while Edge may not be a blood brother, starting tonight, he's an honorary Dudley boy." I'd imagine Edge going, "Ooh, Edge Dudley. That name totally reeks of awesomeness. But who doesn't reek of awesomeness? The right two censor. They totally suck." And then Devon just goes, "Oh, my brother, testify." And Spike might be out, but it looks like Edge is joining the fray. So we then go to a C segment. Lance Storm making his way out to the ring. Once in the ring, my freaking hair keeps falling in my face. It's very annoying. Once in the ring, of course, he's being showered by boos while he takes the mic, and he says, "If I can have your attention for a moment, please, I have a serious matter that I need to discuss with all of you. So if you can all just shut up for a moment and stop feeding your egos, your European champion is going to speak now. just saying those words almost makes me vomit. In all honesty, what the hell has the continent of Europe ever given us? Nothing, or no one great, has ever come out of that piece of garbage called Europe. I couldn't even name 5 people that have hailed from there. And that doesn't mean they're good. That just means they're from there. But on the other hand, the great country of Canada has brought talents such as Bret Hart, Owen Hart, hell, the entire Hart family. Not to mention great talents that have been brainwashed by Vince McMahon that like to call this place home. You know, such as Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, hell, even Edge and Christian. But more importantly, we go over here now. Get the hell out of here, promo number 1. But more importantly, Canada has brought you me, Lance Storm, the most technically gifted athlete to come out of that great country, or come out of the great country that is Canada. So as of right now, I've given the WWF their one chance to claim back the title. I don't know where I was trying to go with that one. And it would appear that Billy Gunn was not the one. Which is why, as of right now, the WWF European Championship is no more. It's a paperweight. It's a piece of garbage, just like the continent it represents. And then Lance Storm, he throws the title on the ground and he steps on it. He then reaches into the bag that I forgot to mention he had. Reaches into the bag and he pulls out a new championship and he says, I am no longer known as the champion of Europe. For now on, you will refer to me as the WCW or WCW's Canadian champion. And from now on, this is no longer the WWF European Championship. It is now the WCW Canadian Championship. And then we hear Regal's music hits. Brr, brr, brr. You know that song. It hits and he starts making a beeline, rushing to the ring, and he says, How dare you? How dare you come out here and mock the great continent that I call home? How dare you come out here and mock the great man known as Vincent Kennedy McMahon? And more importantly, how dare you besmirch the great Queen Elizabeth, who so happens to reside in the great continent of Europe? What exactly has Canada done to earn a championship? What wars has Canada won? And then Lance Storm responds, which, by the way, I hope my history is accurate here, because if not, I'm going to sound stupid. But either way, he responds, you know, that's fair. What wars have England won? Because they lost the most important one, which allowed Canada to become the great country that it is today. I'm hoping, basically, that Canada formed through America. That's what I'm hoping. I hope I'm correct. I don't remember for sure. Face it, Regal. You're one of the few good things. Notice I said good, not great. One of the few good things to come from Europe. And then Regal says, That's it. I've had enough. No longer will I stand by and allow you to besmirch the things I hold dear to my heart. Lance Storm, you will give me a shot at that championship so I can bring pride and honor back to my countrymen. Back to her royal majesty. You will give me a damn shot or I will break your jaw right here, right now, with one punch. One punch! It's a One Punch Man reference. Lance Storm then goes, Whoa, whoa. There's no need to get violent, Mr. Regal. Because, you know, I can respect that you want to defend your country. And your queen. You know, you and I aren't so different. We both have great pride in our countries. So you know what? I will give you a shot. But not tonight. Not on SmackDown. Not next week or the weeks to follow. You'll get your shot at SummerSlam. And when I beat you, you will know that Canada is the greatest country in the world. Then Lance Storm sticks out his hand. Regal looks at him all angry. And he sticks out, you know, he shakes Lance Storm's hand. They have an intense stare down. And then as Regal goes to turn away, Lance Storm pulls him in. Super kick to the jaw. And he says, May the best country win, and just tosses the mic to the ground. So we got to see here. I swear to God, that storyline better have moved on, because if not, I don't know why. But we got to see here. Not too bad for Lance Storm being not the greatest on the mic. We then go on to a C match. By the way, Chyna is there. We're also just going to, there you go. Chyna's now a heel. Good for Chyna. But Chyna's on commentary here. We have a number 1 contenders match. And about that, it's subpar wrestling and a little heat. Lita defeating Trish Stratus and Jacqueline when she... Submission? What? Al Snow? I did not put that in there. What the hell is happening? This game... Did I really put that in there? Hold on. There's only one way to find out. The road agent notes. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, I did. Oops. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. And it wasn't to be by submission either. What the hell is with all these submissions? Heck out of here with that. Oh, okay. And let's just take that Al Snow thing out. Botched interference by Al Snow. What the hell? Okay. So what's supposed to happen here? We have a triple threat match. And Chyna on commentary. She may not be... Oh, no. That sucks. I just realized Jacqueline got injured. She may not, be admitting she's scared of Jacqueline, but she's kind of hinting at that I don't want to fight Jacqueline again. So that's why she interferes, which allows Lita to win. I'd also like to imagine that she's calling everyone a Barbie or something, because that was the gimmick I was going with when I turned her. Lita is the superior in-ring athlete as well, so that's awesome. Unfortunately, Jacqueline sustained a reverberating bicep. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Look at that. Shut up, Pat Patterson. I just said that. So we then go to a C segment. Trish Stratus immediately fine after her match. Not the best planning there. We see Test and Albert, TNA, backstage. They're all, butting around, talking to each other. When they're approached by Stephanie, and Steph says, "Hey, boys, mind if I have a word with you? In private, real quick." And then she also, I don't know what the hell is. She says, "I think I have a deal that you boys can't resist." And then they all walk off into a private locker room, and that's about it. Nothing too special. Okay, here we go. Moving on to another A segment. Vince McMahon, he makes his way out to the ring. And he says, "Jericho, Show, if you would please come out to the ring, I've got something I want to tell you both." Of course, Jericho and Big Show make their way down to the ring. Once in the ring, and he says, Vince McMahon says, "Last night you two defended the honor of the WWF against WCW. Now maybe things didn't go the way I had planned, but either way, you two last night were impressive. And I told you both that you would be rewarded. So since The Rock couldn't get it done last night, of course, WCW had their ways, but since The Rock couldn't finish the job, now it's up to one of you, because tonight, right now, it'll be Chris Jericho battling the Big Show for the right to face WCW's world champion, Booker T, at SummerSlam." And then Shane McMahon's music interrupts, and he makes his way down to the ring. Down to the ring course, he goes, No, absolutely not. You don't give people shots at my titles whenever you want. That's not how it works. If you want a shot, then you know what you got to do." And then Vince says, "No, Shane, I'm done playing your game." Look at this. I forgot to get rid of all this. Get out of here. Get out of here. We're done with you. Your time is gone. He says, "I'm done playing your game, Shane. Let's be honest with ourselves for a second, Shane. You and I both know that you want your championship represented at SummerSlam. It's the biggest party of the summer. Who wouldn't? Now I know that you're a good businessman. I raised you. I taught you everything I know. And you know that you'd be a fool to not have your brand represented at one of the big 4 pay-per-views of the year. You'd also be a fool if you thought I was going to let some WCW guys have a match without a WWF representative. So let's face it, Shane. If you want your championship on SummerSlam, then you're going to have to allow one of my guys to get their shot." Of course, Shane's a little angry right now and kind of not making sense, stuttering his words. He says, "You know what, Dad? You know what? You want it? You want this war so bad. You want my guys to embarrass your guys on one of the big 4 pay-per-views? Then so be it, Dad. You're on. Have the damn match." And then Vince says, "Well, there you have it. Ring the bell." And we go on to see who will face Booker T at SummerSlam. Jericho came across well. Apparently Shane McMahon performed poorly, but that's okay. Moving on to our next segment, we go to a B-plus match. In a good match, Chris Jericho defeats Big Show by pinfall. I don't know what he beat him by, Lion Tamer, but it was by pinfall. And Jericho was a superior in-ring performer with a B+, with Big Show's B-. This was our storytelling match of the night, correct? Yes, it was our storytelling match. And we also had, not Pat Patterson, Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon were on commentary. How cool is that? We then go to a B+ angle as Chris Jericho, he's celebrating his victory when in runs Booker T, and he turns Jericho around looking to attack him, but Jericho counters, and he begins to, swing at Booker. Lefts, rights, lefts, rights. I don't know. Jericho's punching Booker T, basically. Then he grabs him by his leg, turns, struggles to turn him around, locks him in the Lion Tamer, the better of the submission ones, the one with his knee right in the back of his neck, pretty much. And Booker T starts, screaming and agonying, and he just starts tapping out on the mat as Shane McMahon, reaches in. He's telling Book, grab my hand, and Book finally grabs it, and he pulls, manages to pull Booker T out. Not, right away, of course, just a little bit. And then Vince slides in the ring, and he just raises Chris Jericho's hand as Jericho just, is smiling. And didn't I imagine him just saying, you tapped out, pretty much. Jericho looked good again. Shane McMahon performing poorly. We then go to a B- before the main event. We see Kane, and here comes Test, and here comes Albert as they start just beating down on the big red monster, pretty much making sure he's not to worry about in the main event with Triple H and Undertaker. That's most likely what Stephanie was talking about. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Unfortunately, both Test and Albert did perform poorly, but Kane is a huge star where they're not. We then go on to our main event. Wow, Jericho and Undertaker, or not Jericho and Undertaker, Jericho and what's his face? Big Show, I think, had a better match. I'm assuming it's because of the interference we had in here. But we had an exceptional match where Triple H defeated The Undertaker in 16 minutes and 19 seconds. Oh, it was a long one. With an ace crusher? What? What the hell is that? That's not the pedigree. We also... What the hell was that? Was that my hair? Did you guys hear that on the microphone? Well, that was my hair rubbing against it. That sounded weird. Either way, we had a little bit of interference here. Pretty much Test and Albert coming out and attacking The Undertaker while Stephanie distracts the referee to help Triple H get the victory. Taker did have an in-ring performance of an A with Triple H's B+, so he was the superior. But that goes ahead and books in another match at, where the hell is it? SummerSlam? Oh, wait, is King of the Ring next? Ah, shit. It is next. Oops. I've been saying SummerSlam. Well, I think, that sucks. I'm an idiot. I guess the Nick Man was right when he said he thought King of the Ring was next. Could have swore it was SummerSlam. Well, we're most likely going to delete that booking. Well, no, not necessarily. King of the Ring's all about the King of the Ring, so I might just make it about that. But either way, this confirms that the next Triple H, that's pretty much what's next. We had to increase our popularity in 15 regions. Here's the thing. I know, Hold on. Hold on real quick. So, we had the top report. That's good. Oh, look, Buff Bagwell's apparently changing. Hold on, I like to... Oh, look, Mae Young's retiring. Oh, no. Look at this. He's going to be more of a brawler. Good luck with that. Oh, yeah, here it is. Jacqueline was hurt badly. Ooh, that sucks. So, since I already said SummerSlam, I know SummerSlam is... It says August. Do we not have a July pay-per-view? What the heck? Oh, Invasion. There it is. Yeah, Invasion. So, would anyone care if I switched SummerSlam and King of the Ring? It's like the first summer, and I've already kind of said SummerSlam was next, And I've already planned SummerSlam. I didn't really plan anything for King of the Ring. So I think I am going to do that, actually. If any of you have a major problem with that, I guess let me know. And I might change it. Probably if you guys have a major problem with it. But as of right now, I think we are going to put King of the Ring in August and have SummerSlam in June. Because June's like the first, month of summer anyway, like usually. Like everyone's out of school usually in June. Could be like the first big event for summer anyway. I like that better anyway. We're going to do that. That way SummerSlam is next as well. Oh god, that was a huge foresight. I wish I should have listened to Nick. No! Rhino, don't do this to me. Rhino, please. I had plans for you, Rhino. You son of a... Stone Cold Steve Austin's about to be pissed at us. Son of a bitch. Edge is about to be pissed at us. Fucking A. Nothing noteworthy. Yes! Thank you! Spoiler, we're bringing in Jerry the King Lawler soon. But yes, Stone Cold wasn't mad at us. Edge wasn't mad at us. Hell, Rhino wasn't really mad at us. Probably because he's happy with his victories. I want to see if that affected them at all, and it's just because they're happy. Nope, Stone Cold didn't give a damn. Rhino fucked up, who cares? Rhino. He's annoyed at... Oh, no, that was only Christian. He was only annoyed at the handling of Christian. He's like, yeah, whatever, suspend me. Well, you lost your title anyway, so... I guess... vacate title. We'll give it to Canyon on Heat and say it was his first defense. Okay. Oh, I thought that said something else. I'm not even going to say what I thought it said, though. Apparently, Scott Taylor. Is that the guy that we had job? Oh, no, it's Scotty Too Hottie. Oh, cool. You're out injured, though. But he's now toned. Good for Scotty. What does it say, toned lightweight? Yeah, it does. Good for Scotty. Jackie was injured. How long? Not that I cared too much, as sad as that sounds. 27 days. That's not bad. That's a good rating, I think. Drug test fees. Raven. Brian Kark is poor at ring psychology. He's probably not worth keeping around. Oh, The Rock loves Bubba Ray Dudley. This is the second time The Rock has given us advice on Bubba. He says, I'm liking what I hear from Bubba Ray Dudley. There's money in his promo if given airtime. The Rock likes Bubba Ray Dudley. All in all, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad at all. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You know what? Rhino and Steve Austin are the perfect example. The perfect example of how the drug thing should be handled. Either way, nerds and geeks, my name's OMGWTF, LOTWBRB. If you have enjoyed this episode, as always, do me a favor, leave me a like, comment below if you have any recommendations, the locker room thing I mentioned earlier, anything you just want to say, go ahead. And if you have not already, subscribe. It helps out a lot. Like I said earlier, follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Share it to your friends as well. It helps the channel grow. And as always, I'll see you guys for Sunday Night Heat. So until then, have a wonderful day.